welcome to South Asia Focus. I'm Avneet Arora. Pakistan observed Kashmir Solidarity Day last week, a tradition that dates back to the 1990s, pledging support for freedom of Kashmir from India. The current Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif, who says he's committed to peace with India, however, has not been able to waver from the traditional line on Kashmir. In Islamabad, terror groups supposedly banned by the government staged solidarity marches right under the nose of the all-powerful Pakistan Army, leading all to question on the mockery of the so-called ban. Here's a report. The dispute over Kashmir has been the reason for 3 of the 4 wars between India and Pakistan since 1947. The region is administered in parts by both, and India blames Pakistan for supporting an uprising in Indian Kashmir. India refuses to call it a dispute, claiming that even the part which is in Pakistani control is illegally occupied by Pakistan. Innumerable rounds of peace talks have proven to be ineffective. Though for more than a decade, borders have been relatively peaceful, but truce has been broken every now and then by ceasefire violations, which both sides claim is started by the other. People in Pakistan and Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, or Azad Kashmir as Pakistan calls it, took to the streets in what they believed were to reiterate diplomatic, ethical and political support to the people of Kashmir in their movement for the right to independence from India. Kashmir Solidarity Day is observed every year on February 5th by Pakistanis and separatists from Kashmir. It was the brainchild of former Chief of Jamaat-e-Islami, Qazi Hussain Ahmad. It was first observed in 1990 on demand of Nawaz Sharif, who was the opposition leader and Chief Minister of Punjab province during that time. Pakistani President Mamnoon Hussain and Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif, in their messages on the occasion, urged the international community to complete its pledge to the Kashmiris of granting them their right to self-determination through an open and impartial plebiscite process. Sharif, who was on a one-day visit to Muzaffarabad, the capital of POK, met a delegation of all parties' Hurriyat Conference leaders and also addressed a joint session of the Legislative Assembly and Kashmir Council.
आज यौम यकजहती कश्मीर के मौका पर हम कश्मीरी अवाम की इंसाफ और आज़ादी के लिए जद्दोजहद की भरपूर हमायत करते हैं। आज मैं कश्मीरी अवाम के साथ इजहार यकजहती के लिए भी यहाँ पे हाज़िर हुआ हूँ और कश्मीर, जैसा कि आप जानते हैं, पाकिस्तान की शहरग है और पाकिस्तानियों के दिल कश्मीरी अवाम के साथ धड़कते हैं। तारीख़ी और जोग्राफियाई एतबार से कश्मीर और पाकिस्तान कुदरती तौर पर एक जान दो कालिब हैं। हमारा सदियों का साथ है, जिसे दुनिया की कोई ताकत हमसे जुदा नहीं कर सकती, इंशाअल्लाह।
Addressing a rally in Muzaffarabad, Chief of Jamaat-e-Islami Sirajul Haq reminded the crowd about the idea of Qazi Hussain Ahmad and that they are willing to sacrifice their lives for Kashmir's independence.
हम 5 फरवरी जिसका बुनियाद और जिसकी अपील काजी हुसैन अहमद रहमतुल्लाह अलैह ने किया था, हम एक बार फिर तजदीद अहद करते हैं कि हम उस अलामा इकबाल और काज़ी आज़म की विजन के मुताबिक तकमील पाकिस्तान के खातिर, आज़ादी कश्मीर के खातिर खून का आखिरी कतरा भी देंगे और जिंदगी का आखिरी लम्हा भी कुर्बान करेंगे।
These solidarity marches and speeches do beg the question that how can a country which is at war with its own people talk about solidarity with Kashmir? Pakistan has got run over by terror groups who kill with impunity, an army that is running anti-militancy operation on the Western Front while its citizens are being killed in schools and mosques in its towns and cities. Sectarian massacres have become a way of life in Pakistan, yet Kashmir Banega Pakistan or Kashmir will be Pakistan is what the right-wing groups promise, frightening the people of Kashmir that this daily bloodshed would become a way of life in Kashmir too if they were annexed by force by Pakistan or their jihadi proxies. sensible voices in Pakistan have voiced their concerns over this. Activist Shoaib Parvez tweeted, "Majority of Pakistanis will leave Pakistan any chance they get, but still, Kashmir banega naya Pakistan, Kashmir will become Pakistan." Also, film producer Faisal Rafi tweeted, "What Kashmir Day? I bet poor Kashmiris shudder at the mere thought of becoming a part of the religious Molotov cocktail that is Pakistan." Wife of Kashmiri separatist leader Yasin Malik, Mushal Malik, pledged for Kashmir liberation and even went on to blame India for the problems in Balochistan.
Because there's nothing like slavery. Let me remind you, whatever's happening in Balochistan and whatever terrorist activities that are happening, they are linked so that we give up on Kashmir. And God forbid, if a day comes, which will never come inshallah, if we give up on Kashmir, then we will totally be depending on India for our agricultural products, like our vegetables, our fruits. We will be totally dependent on them. And it's not bad to have good relations with India. There are a lot of things that are common between India and Pakistan, but not at the cost of our national interests. If they don't give up their national interests, why should we? We are a sovereign nation.
India, on its part, has strongly condemned Pakistan for observing Kashmir Day. Spokesperson for External Affairs Syed Akbaruddin said that India was aware of the happenings in Pakistan and said that Pakistan's attempts are useless and well known.
Now, our view is that Pakistan's self-destructive and futile quest for territorial aggrandizement in Jammu and Kashmir is well known to us. Let me repeat for you that the entire state of Jammu and Kashmir is and will always remain an integral part of the Indian Union.
A major development which was visible on Kashmir Day in Pakistan was that banned terror outfits like the Mumbai mastermind Hafiz Saeed-led Jamaat-ud-Dawa and the Ahle Sunnat wal Jamaat Pakistan or ASWJ were allowed to take out huge rallies just because the issue was Kashmir, raising questions on the so-called National Action Plan of the Pakistan government. Joint rallies were held with the all parties Hurriyat Conference leaders. JUD rallies took place in Lahore, Rawalpindi, Peshawar, Quetta and Karachi. In all the rallies, India and America were strongly condemned for its role in what these jihadis called prevention of the freedom of Kashmiris. While taking out a rally in Lahore, Hafiz Saeed urged the Pakistan government to call together Islamic countries to pressurize the United Nations for an early resolution on the Kashmir issue. The resolution being annexing Kashmir and implementing Sharia law there. In an interview to a Pakistani publication, Saeed had also termed the Indian Foreign Minister Sushma Swaraj's visit to China as a scheme against the independence of Kashmir, saying India was ready to accept all demands of China just for its support in the UN to weaken Pakistan's claim over Kashmir. As senior journalist and author Beena Sarwar writes, it's not so easy to counter the narrative that has been fostered in Pakistan for decades, equating the Kashmir issue with Islam with patriotism. All the so-called religious parties always take out rallies on Kashmir Day. Earlier they were allies of the security establishment. Things have changed. Now there's a war going on. The National Action Plan, which was launched with much fanfare and zeal by Pakistan Now, looks weak. Nawaz Sharif's statement of zero tolerance towards terror looks hollow. What Pakistan needs is to act strictly against these banned organizations who will use some excuse or the other, in this case Kashmir, to hit the streets and propagate their hate-filled agendas. Pakistani writer Jahangir Ali once wrote, Qazi Hussain Ahmad died on January 6, 2013 and the tradition of Kashmir Day should have died with him too. Kashmir has voted for a new government that should be in place soon. Democracy thrives in Jammu and Kashmir, something that can hardly be said true about Kashmir in Pakistani control. That's all we have with us this week. Thank you for watching South Asia Focus.